How's it going, boys? Your boy JB, and we are back once again with a brand new series on the channel. Welcome to the Accrington Stanley squad builder. These boys have just been taken over by a Saudi owner, and we now have 495 million in the bank. And although we're not going to be using it all, to be quite frank, we're not going to be using it all at the minute. We are going to be using it for some good as we try and take Accrington Stanley out of the main league, the third league in England, up to the Premier League over the next 3 to 4 seasons, hopefully. The plan really is just to play out a few games on these videos, show you what I'm doing within the club itself in regards to working through the club. So we'll go through first of all with the squad itself. I've been toying with a few ideas. Their main formation is generally, if we go into editing game, is 5-3-2. I'm not really a 5-3-2 player, although we can still kind of use that defensive style. As you know, I'm a 4-2-3-1, so with long ball, offensive style, defensive style, and probably what I'm going to do and what I've learnt, having now played the tournament games ahead of the new season. What I've realised is that my depth is far too high. They're getting caught very heavily. We don't have pace in our defenders just yet. So because of that, we can't really use them with pace in that case. So as far as the squad's concerned, we brought this guy Smith in. The reason we did that is because he's far better than this guy here. He's not very good at all. So we'll likely get rid of him at some point, I would think. In which cases the guys are happy enough. They're either content or they're very happy with their game time. But ultimately, a few of these guys, like this young man here, is going to get subbed out. I'm going to try this guy, Pritchard, the next time, I think. And the only problem that I've got at the minute with this squad is that I don't actually have any left mids or right mids, which is kind of paramount for the kind of 4-4-2 and then run it over into the 4-2-3-1 formation. They're very important. This dude McConville is one of the worst fitnesses I think I've ever seen in any player. He's really, really bad. So we just have to wait and see. Obviously, I've played through the tournament now, and I know who's good, I know who's bad, I know where I need to kind of increase. So if you look at the global transfer market, where I did spend money is on these two guys. So these two guys are top rated, and quite frankly cost far too much money compared to these boys here. So we've got Zachary in England scouting, we've got Edvin in Brazil scouting, Tom in Spain, and then Argentina for Jahan, and Konstantinos is in France. And the guys are effectively looking for any promising players, and I'll explain to you why in a wee second why they need to be promising players. I'm looking for any position with first team quality. I'm looking for central midfielders with first team quality, right and left midfielders. I'm probably going to change that one actually. Let me see if I can edit instruction. No, let's go down there. What I'd like to add in there is pacey as well, because we need pace. That's the biggest thing that this team is lacking at the moment, is pace. Pedro Neto. Yeah, I think we already tried to get him, but his club wasn't willing to. He wasn't willing to relocate. Sorry, so he wasn't. So that's why we couldn't get him. So I want to go first team quality. Let's see. Yeah, we'll not go world class the minute for them. We'll maybe go up to maybe here. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting that you have to press a different button for that one. When we take out playmaker and go in for world class, because I think a good captain at this point would be kind of very good for these guys. So we'll see what happens anyway. It's brought us back a load of players, but to be honest, I'm not entirely interested in quite a lot of them. I also have we'll scout this guy. We have the guy scouting, so as you can see, we'll have to wait 3 to 4 days for each of the different scout reports to come back. And once they come back, then it'll end up in detailed info, and we'll know what we're looking at. But ultimately, at the moment, there's nothing really there. No, don't want to do that. I want to go back to the office again, because one thing I'm going to do now is I've got a youth scout, so I need to set up a scouting network. And I think probably what we'll do is do that in England, because we're based in England. We'll do it for 9 months. Yep, I do. But also I want to set up one in. Now the good thing is money's no object here, right? Because we've got 500 million in the bank due to the takeover. So I want to set up a great team rather than you know, spending money on players. I do have a few in my scouting network from Liverpool that I want to take a look at, but they're just really for loans for this season to kind of set me up and get these guys up and running. So I'm going to set up a scouting network. I do want to do it in Northern Europe, but I want to go to... No, don't want Northern Europe, so I don't. And Central Europe, yeah, because I want to go to... Or no, I don't. Don't even know why I'm doing that. I want to go here. Yeah, I want to go to Brazil. Because, as you'll see in a wee second when we go through what the board has asked me to do this year. So here's my objectives. So they want me to finish the season with a profit margin of 247 million, which is easy enough. We need to reach the round of 32 stage in the FA Cup and EFL, finish mid-table. But their youth development's high on their radar, so we need to get some youth players through the system and promoted up to the first team within 3 years, or within 2 seasons actually. So, and we need to do that with 3 people, or with 3 players. So yeah, we're good to go. We need to get 10 wins away from home, which shouldn't be too difficult from a brand exposure. No objectives for continental success. Mid-table 32 round for domestic success, and obviously they want us to make sure that we don't overspend or go crazy on money. So I believe this should be my assistant manager. Yeah, so he's just telling me that the scouts have now departed as requested to set up their scouting network, so we should start to get stuff through from them like in the next couple of days. So I'm just going to advance on forward, and I'll show you the training part, and then what we'll do is we'll break off whenever we get something through from a sign-in perspective. Then we will go from there. But we'll do training. So training's changed this year in that there's a number of drills that can be kind of done and kind of be sorted out. Passing is one of the biggest downfalls of this team, so I've definitely got a let's see what team she'd say. I've definitely got a passing drill in there, because to be honest with you, they're terrible passers of the ball, and that's out of defence as well as in midfield. Collect the trophies is really a dribbling thing. I'm not massively into the dribbling stuff because they don't really need it, to be honest. What I'm interested for these guys is shooting, particularly, with the exception of that centre back. So shots from all angles, beat the goalie, get close. I don't want to do that, don't really care about that. Long shot, fast shots, risky attacking scenarios. Yeah, we'll go with that, and we'll advance on through with that session. And it's just for the 2 strikers, so that's perfectly fine. So I'm happy enough to set that up, because that's something that I think that we need to do. That guy Smith is clinical as well. Yes, his over is like 55 or something, but man, he can score goals. So again, another passing drill then again from there. So we want to try and drill their passing as much as possible over the next sort of couple of months. You can see their sharpness has increased by +2 in that particular area. So hopefully that will take them on through. I'm just going to pop on through to see if there's anything new that comes up. There's the office. So Scout Zachary said his final report on Tyrese Dolan. So we'll have a look at him, see what he's like. So overall 66, which is good for our team, to be fair. But I'm pretty sure he was on my shortlist. He was on my shortlist. So let's have a wee look and see what's actually there on the shortlist, so you can see who I'm kind of looking at and what I'm trying to kind of bring in. So we'll go to Transfer Hub. So the right wing is who I was looking for, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes, here he is here. So 4-star, 3-star. He needs a wee bit more. Can't take any action on it because I made a muck out of the offer for him, typically. But that's okay. Brewster, I have a fair feeling that he won't be available to loan, but we'll approach the loan and see what happens. Yeah, I didn't think so. And we'll look at Ox to see whether he's available for loan as well. Yeah. Maybe look to approach the buy, maybe. Player's not willing to relocate. Approach the buy. He's willing to sell a player, but you can pay his release clause of 9 million to start negotiating with a player directly. So I don't necessarily want to do that just now. Maybe just wait and see if there's a few more players come through my scouting network first of all. So yeah, so we're back at the training day again. I'm just going to simulate all of these and go through them just so we get these all done. If we have a wee look at the weekly schedule and see when the next match is, probably not for another wee while yet, I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, I've still got a month or so before we have to play a game again, so we may stick in a couple of rest days as we head up through, but not too bad. We'll continue to push the sharpness upwards, and then kind of go from there. So what I'm going to do now is whenever something new happens, or whenever we start looking at players again, we'll come back in. Oh, we're back again. We've got more. Please, Joe Pritchard's continuing development. He's probably ready now to switch positions and be tried as a left winger, as we discussed. His technical fitness profiles have improved enough that he can be made available as a left winger, even if that's not his preferred position. Obviously, we'll only work with him in the new position during sessions and games if you're interested in using him there as an option. So, excuse me, this is something new, right? So basically, this year now, you have the opportunity to develop players from one position to another. And obviously, as I was saying to you, I didn't have a left winger or a left midfield, except for McConville. You can see down here somewhere. Yeah, so apart from McConville here, I didn't have any. I'm probably going to do the same thing. So what we'll do is with one of the right wing backs, is it Harvey I'm using? Yeah, we'll go with this guy here. What we can do is we can stick him on a development plan. And what that will allow us to do is effectively turn him into a different player. So we'll maybe look for right winger. In his case, he's a right wing back, so we'll go with right winger. And basically what we're doing there is we are setting a new development plan for him, and he'll work towards becoming a right winger rather than a right wing back. So effectively we'll increase, his pass ability, his dribbling ability. Obviously you can see here it's his, finishing, attack positioning, his vision, his agility and ball control, his acceleration as well. But we can kind of do that, and that'll show me what we will change. So right midfielder here, you can see again, this is actually probably the best one because we want to increase his passing. and his ball control. So actually we'll just put him in as a right mid, go from there, and see how we get on. And what that'll do is basically over the next sort of 3 to 4 weeks, he will train to become a right mid, which will be cool. And that's what's happened with this guy. What's his name? It's Joe Pritchard. So we'll maybe go out now and look for Joe in the team squad. And what we'll do is put him in for... Actually, there he is there. Like, that's him there. So what we'll do with McConville then, because he's a left mid, we'll put in another left wing back, because I'm not massively a fan of that other dude either. We'll put him in instead, and we will see. We'll kind of see what happens with him. But Pritchard will continue to push on up as he moves, and hopefully then we'll start to get the rest of these guys sorted out, so that they are in a decent position to take over the roles that they're being assigned effectively. This dude's right-footed. I'm not overly sure about that. We'll probably need a left-footer out on that side, but he's just filling in for me at the moment once we bring in another right winger from outside. So yeah, so quite pleased to see that has kind of come out. What we'll do is we'll go back into my office again, and find out what else was there, in case there's any other new players that have come through. So that was that. Sorted out, which is great. Willing to offer change of Colby Bishop. So who is Colby Bishop? He's one of our strikers. I think he's playing actually in our team at the moment. So we're not going to bring anybody in or let anybody go at the moment, just to be sure that we have the right level of team available, so I can kind of mix and match between. So we've got another report on Tashan. Overall 63, so he's not really going to fit the bill as far as what we need is concerned. No, he's not, so we'll not worry about him. And then Jan, let's have a look at him, see what he's like. So he's a 67. Actually, he's quite good. Quite like him actually. So what we might do, he's on the short list already, so we might go out and have a look for him, and go from there. And then who's this guy? Breno. So it was Jan we were looking at. 66 for him. Again, another good young player. He's on the short list as well. So Breno and Jan is who we're looking at there. So we'll go back out to our transfer hub. So is this dude? Jan, it is indeed, yeah. So let's have a wee look to see if we can kind of loan him. We can maybe purchase then. Let's go approach the buy and see if we can get a deal done here. I don't know how much, I can't remember how much he's worth, but we did the scouting, so hopefully we're good to go. We're sitting in a restaurant having a cup of tea here. So current value is 2 million. So we'll offer transfer fee, but we will offer 2 mil. Yeah. See whether he goes for it or not. Ready to offer you 2 million. Right, so then what we'll do is we will go with counter, remove sell on clause, submit offer. See whether they go for it without the sell on clause. Yes, okay. So the player is bought. So he'd be nice as a cam in our midfield. So let's see if we can agree terms now with the player himself. We'll go from there. Can't believe I gave myself that dodgy ponytail. Unfortunately, they have no glasses typically, so I couldn't even put my glasses on for this one. So roll at the club. We are going to say prospect. Looking to be guaranteed starter. Features start and roll throughout the season. It's okay, we can do that. We can accept that. Great. So he will play anyway. Degree on how many years you'll stay. So we want to give him a decent contract here. And does it say? Yeah, let's go for a 3-year contract. Excellent. So that's good. Yes, we don't want a release clause at all. So we don't. Client salary is looking for at least the sign-on payment. He scores 5 goals for the club. So let's counter that. Remove bonus and edit wage. And let's give him 550. Let's see what he says to that. Let's see what he says. Yes, okay. So we got him. Deal is done. We got a new player, which is great. So hopefully he will be on his way very soon. I don't know if we can still do the deal or not with this dude or not, but we will see. Have a quick look. Yeah, see, he's fast. You see, as a right wing. If we can use him as a right wing too. Flair trait. Yep. So we'll maybe look at him as well. Approach to buy him. That's some competition in there. Let's see if we can get some better players. Back at the rooftop again. Okay, so current value is 2 million. So offer a transfer fee of 2 million. And we want to get these off the ground. We don't want to be messed about. Let's see what they come back with. And they want 2.7. So we'll go 2.5 and see what he says. Yep. Submit that. 2.5. Great. Brilliant. That's good. So let's go and get the salary and wages done. Let's do it. Roll at the club. Who wants to be one of the team's highest profile players and almost always start, especially in important fixtures. So we can accept that because he will start. There's no doubt about that, because we need him to start. Need to agree on how many years. 3-year contract as always, unless they want more. 5-year deal. Okay, that's fine, we can accept that. We always start at 3 years because I like to keep my options open. So let's do it. Yep, no release clause is needed. Always with the signing on bonuses, eh? 25 appearances, so we're going to count to that. So we are. So first things first. Let's edit the bonus. Actually, let's remove the bonus. Let's edit wage and sign-in bonus. So we'll give him a decent wage, right? So we'll put him up to 3k. Do 3.5, right? And then sign-in on bonus we'll do at 25. These boys getting too greedy now. Here we go. There we go. Another one done, boys. Another player in the club. So he should be coming in pretty soon. Actually, there's one other guy we wanted to check there, wasn't there? Who was the other guy? No. I can't remember who it was. There's Ox. Was it Tashan, was it? Oh, he's the one we didn't want, wasn't he? So let's remove him from the shortlist. That was Breno, that's right. So good sprint speed. Ball control's good. His passing definitely needs work for sure. Let's see if we can get away with the loaning him. No. He's not. So let's purchase then. Approach to buy. Oh, player's not willing to relocate. Okay, so there we go. We've bought 2 players. So that's a start. They will come in hopefully very, very soon. And we'll run this training drill and get these guys up and going. Okay, boys, I'm just going to simulate this on through. The next time you see me, we will go into the first match in our first season with Accrington Stanley. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're back just ahead of the first game actually. Thankfully, pretty much everybody's at the full fitness, which is great. So we have got the youth academy. So we're going to have a look at some of these players. Some really good potential. So we'll give him a development plan. Center mid. Let's have a look at his. So he's going to be more of a cam, I think. So we will look at attacking midfielder for him. For definite. Yeah, let's get his passing up, his dribbling certainly up, so that's a job for him, so we'll do that with him. James Bull. Not overly interested in him, so we'll release him, yep. This dude's potential is very good. Development team. Let's keep him up with a inverted winger. Let's have a look and see what that gives him. Oh, well, then we'll just put him on a balanced plan. That's fine, because we can just do everything then in that case. So that's fine. We're not going to keep these guys. I'm not overly impressed with the Rovers. You see, it's 61 to 79. It doesn't really work for me, to be honest. I'm looking for good players that we can bring up through. So we've got a few there. That's always a plus. We're going to now look at the squad. So I want to change the squad now, because we've got new players, remember. We bought new players. I bought a right wing, didn't I? I did, there he is. Put him in for Russell. Yeah, that's okay. Not overly worried about that. We'll have to fix our formation a little bit, I think. Once this is done. should be okay with that. Let's see. Sheriff. Oh, who else to buy? It was this dude, wasn't it? Yeah, put him up on the bench anyway in the meantime. So we will. Actually, he would be better served than here, I think, wouldn't he? Yeah, let's try these guys anyway. We'll see how we get on. So these are some of the new guys that we bought through. So I'm going to play the first game just to see how we get into it. We're playing against Doncaster. I'm not going to do... Well, we'll do the press conference because you probably won't have seen this before unless you watch other career videos.
Okay,
but
welcome everyone. We'll be starting with the questions now.
Blah, blah, blah. So, how is pre-season prepared for the real thing? We're getting to where we want to be, I believe, in these players. So, if you notice up in the top summary, team morale overall is happy. When I press this, you see the morale is going up. So, we use the press conferences to get the players up and motivated. Pretty much. So, we finished in the top half this season. Players are good enough. Again, I want to push that right up. I want the players to go into this game thinking that they are the greatest team that the world has ever seen. Can we expect to see Danda soon? You play when the time is right. And, like, he's very happy. Like, so we've done our job. That's us for today.
Guys,
let's go and get the match on the go, and we'll see how we do. So we're lining up against a 4-2-3-1 wide, and we're obviously going in a 4-4-2 holding, but we will change the 4-2-3-1 once the game is completed. So yeah, let's get into the first game with Accrington Stanley, and once this game's done, then we'll finish off the epi and move on. So if you like what you see here, clicking that like button for me, that'd be awesome. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button. But otherwise, let's get into the match. See how we get on.
Hi everyone, it is an absolutely splendid day for football and we're looking forward to the game. I'm Derek Ray and with me here on the commentary position is Lee Dixon. And you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd ahead of kickoff with their respective league seasons about to get underway. It's Accrington Stanley and they face Doncaster Rovers.
Well, thank you, Derek. Brilliant atmosphere here today. All that hard slog in pre-season, all aim for this game. First game of the season, all that preparation is for this. It's for this 90 minutes. Focus on it, get the 3 points, move on to the next one. Looking forward to it.
Well done.
Right place to cut out the pass. Moving into the advanced position.
Oh, terrible
and
ball.
the goalkeeper expertly anticipated that through ball.
Terrible ball. Accrington Stanley. Come on, boys.
Now go to Alan McInally for news of a goal elsewhere. Alan?
It's a goal for Gillingham. 8 minutes played, 1-0.
No.
Alan McInally with his finger on the pulse. Well, this is the day, his debut forthcoming, and it's going to be interesting to see what he produces. What do you think we should expect to see from him, Lee?
Well, he should be in the thick of it today. Central midfield is where it's at, the engine room of any team. He'll be expected to chip in with all aspects of that midfield play. Let's just see how he settles in. Big day for him today, Derek.
Will he play it in? Can
Oh,
they convert?
yes.
He's gone and found the net! Brilliant piece of finishing!
Our first ever league goal.
1-0 then.
Scored by Mr. Smythe. The goal scorer of pre-season. He scored pretty much every goal in pre-season, even though we got beaten all of the games. It's no fun actually playing those games whenever you've got no fitness on your players.
And news of a goal in the Blackpool match. Let's hear about it from Alan.
It's a goal for Northampton Town. 16 minutes played, 1-0.
Alan McInally keeping us right up to date. Opportunity! Sound piece of goalkeeping.
Lucky. Lucky.
to intercept.
Pritchard needs some work on his passing, that's for sure, but so do the rest of the team, although this guy
Paul Smith.
Danda, it looks to be, is the ticket.
Surely! And able to get a body in the way.
Oh, I've got an injury already. Got an injury already.
And they'll get ready for the throw-in. The referee spotted the infringement.
It's a terrible
and it will be a
tackle.
free
Yep,
kick
so
in a
Bishop
position
is
of
injured, so
genuine
we'll bring in
menace.
Charles. And you're going to get a full game after all, son. So we'll take a wee shot here and see what happens. So we can get one in that top corner there.
I'm hearing that there's
Oh.
been a goal. Can they stop it going in?
Wow, nearly scored two.
Well, that's the end of that for now. Well, we did have to cut Alan McInally short there. To reconfirm for you, the away side did score. They now lead by 1-0. Rogers. Jan Danda. Well, he could really get at the opposition.
Oh,
Goodness, the importance of getting there was not lost on the keeper.
well, this boy Danda is tremendous so far. One of the signings of the year at this stage.
Coppinger. Good work to regain possession. Rogers. An attack full of promise. Cross-fired over.
Oh,
And a goal! There he
Smith
is,
again.
and the double. They just
my
can't
boy,
subdue
doing the
him.
Lukaku.
It's going their way, 2-0.
It's not bad. One thing I'd say, the difference between career mode, playing games, and of course Ultimate Team, is that career mode is slow. Oof. So
The
used to playing
visitors'
speed
possession
games.
stats are brilliant. After that, it's been a little bit disappointing. Creativity in midfield is a little bit off. Certainly too slow in front of goal. Need to get wide, need to get crosses in the box.
Not a huge chunk of added time, 1 minute. Well, that shouldn't really happen from a throw-in. Oh, that's a fine pass. And space to cross it. Well, that's a splendid piece of challenging.
Fine, Burgess.
And there it is, the half-time
Good
whistle.
half. Good half. Not a bad start at all. Not a bad start at all. Not really worried about who's winning what at the minute because we are okay. Hopefully I haven't even changed into our normal game, so we might just leave that. We might just leave it as 4-4-2
Teams are
holding.
ready to have a go at each other
Danda
again as
so
the second
far
half
is turning
commences.
out to be a catch.
Failed to keep hold of it. Promising attack this.
Oh, me and Charles, son.
Fine cross into the middle.
Oh,
Let's get an update from Alan McInally. There's been a goal in the Charlton match. Alan.
It's a second goal for Oxford United. 51 minutes played. 2-1.
Thanks very much as always, Alan. Well, an important piece of transfer news previously well, it could be on for him here. Has a
oh,
go.
they're slippery.
Unable
Oh,
to find the
okay.
back of the net, and still a lot of work ahead of them here.
Well, he'd probably surprised if he scored from there, but it is worth an effort.
Yeah, playing the international kind of friendlies, there's a reason why you can sub off every single member of your team, pretty much, because their
Oh,
fitness,
that's a pass of high quality. Alas, he's
It's
made his
offside.
move too early.
their fitness is
Offside.
complete and utter rubbish, so it is, to be fair.
And news of a goal in one of the other matches. Over to Alan McInally.
It's a goal for Burton Albion. 58 minutes played. 1-0.
Cheers again, Alan. Coppinger.
Go after him, boy.
John Taylor. And space for the cross. I'm not testing the keeper at all with that effort.
Chuck it out there, mate.
Rogers. Hughes.
Take it easy. Stolen.
He's in behind.
Charles.
Must be.
Ah, there's your chance, son. Take it.
This is astonishing stuff.
There we go. Getting their first win here.
This is looking rather
Nicely.
comfortable for them. 3-0. A goal has been scored in one of the other games. Alan McInally has the news.
It's a goal for Swindon Town. 70 minutes played. 1-1.
Alan McInally keeping us right up to date. Really getting stuck in. Oh,
what a ball.
What can they do now? Well, possibilities in the centre.
That's the worst.
Not at all problematic
Cross.
for the goalkeeper.
Pritchard's still a work in progress, apparently. As a left mid. This needs to be a better crosser of the ball. Just look at the speed of Dolan. This is what I was talking about in regards to pace. This is what we need in the team. As you can see, my defenders aren't fast enough.
And the snuffing out of the cross there.
We got there in the end.
The byline, a goal kick as a result.
Butcher on.
There has been plenty of limbering up from substitutes, and now both sides will make personnel switches. Just 10 minutes to go. Jan Danda. Failed to keep hold of it.
Danda is very good.
I'm hearing that there's been a goal in one of the other matches. Who is it for, Alan McInally?
It's a second goal for Gillingham. 6 minutes remain. 2-0.
Thank you, Alan McInally. In with a chance. Surely. Oh, what an opportunity. It's been squandered.
I'm not sure Butcher could be any slower, to be honest.
He's had one and he's squandered it big time.
So Danda looks like a really good bit of business here. Ball's out. So that was good.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. We have entered the final minute of normal time. Oh, in with a chance.
Oh, he missed it.
Clean through. He's missed it.
Sometimes, Derek,
I might get a finesse out of him. No finesses out of these boys anyway. But a 3-0 win that we will take. Yeah, there we go. 3-0 win that we will take. First game in charge of Accrington Stanley. First win.
Well, it takes 40.
We are all about that win in life, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very good. Let's have a look at the performance awards here. See where we're at. So, Paul Smith coming in with the way it should have been. Pritchard didn't do too bad, and 7.2, 85% pass accuracy, which isn't too bad at all, to be fair, given that it's his first time. Dolan 7.8, done very well again, 100% pass accuracy on him. I'll Butcher, afraid not, son. Jan Danda 7.7, 80% accuracy on him, 25% tackling. His passing play and his ball play was very good. Very pleased with him. Great purchase there. Cameron Burgess in defence, 8.3, 90% pass accuracy, 50% tackling accuracy. Ball retention very good on him as well. We Mark Hughes, same again, 83%, 71 tackling. So a few players that didn't do great, I have to say. Gary Robertson, Cam, so he's one of the new guys as well. He's come in and played very well too. And Bishop before he went off injured, of course, so he'll be out the next game. So young Dion's going to be getting a run out now, so we'll see how we get on. Don't really care about the post-match interview. We'll just go advanced We'll see where we sit in the table currently after the first game. So let's see. Oh, young sheriff. Our chance to prove the right man for the job. He'll get that chance. Mike Gaffer, thanks to the run out. Great performance. Let's give him a wee bit of love. Pritch. Brilliant. It's good, make him feel good about himself. So that is good. Not too bad at all. Happy with that first win. Leaves us top of the group. Just simply top of the table, just simply because we begin with an A. But we will take that first win. So yeah, so there you go. So that is the end of the first episode. What I'm going to do now is play out the rest of August until we get the deadline day. We'll cover off deadline day at the end to make sure that you see what else who else have brought into the team in the next episode, and then we will play one of September's games, hopefully in that episode as well, and then we will see where we are after that. Then from there, okay. So. Thanks again. If you like what you've seen here, click that like button down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Otherwise, this has been the Accrington Stanley career mode beginning, and we'll see you all again very, very soon.